So today we're going to talk about a relaunched old brand called Old Carter. This is Mark Carter, the infamous here in Louisville Mark Carter.
Former Kentucky Owl.
Yeah, used to be Kentucky Owl. This guy's had his hand in a lot of things. He is a well-known wine, I don't know if you call it distributor.
Yeah.
He's got his hand in all sorts of Napa vineyards out there.
Vintner.
He's a vintner.
Vintner, that's what it's called.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He's got some great wines on the market. He's got some great bourbon on the market. There was an upheaval of the brand, and now back full tilt boogie. He's got a spot downtown, the new Old Carter, and it looks great down there. If you have a chance, go down and visit him. He's a great guy, putting out great products, and this is one of them. So batch 15, Old Carter. This one comes in at 134.2 proof. It is a small batch. It does say distilled in Indiana, so obviously we're assuming some MGP juice here. We believe it to be 99.1 probably MGP, so some light whiskey. We've heard nothing but good things about it, so let's dive in and see what we got.
I will also point out that I personally know Mark. He's a very, very nice, very, very generous individual. I've met him at least 10 or 12 times. Had some great conversations with him and things like that as well. Fantastic palate. Again, just very generous, very nice human being. And a great person to kind of have in the overall bourbon world.
I'll add
So I am a
something.
little bit
I'm going to add a note too. One time I sat beside him at the bar.
Okay, I mean, I've met Mark Carter myself several times, and he is a very generous, sweet person, great personality, lover of life, and just a great guy to be around and great guy to know. So cheers to you, Mark, and we'll see what we think here.
Let's hope it's good.
It is.
Well, the nose instantly is a banger.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's very good.
Man, it's really nice. All you got, it's really good.
It's very good. Very good.
All right, what do you got?
Wow.
Chocolate, hard candy, like grandma's hard candy bowl.
Why are we always at our grandparents' house?
Because that brings back memories. Bourbon's like a time machine.
This smells old to me. There is some older juice in here. I mean, if we're talking light whiskey MGP, we're probably talking 15 plus years old, I would assume. Blended with who knows what.
I love MGP light whiskey, and I love this.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost got like, I know it's not a toasted product, but it has some toasty notes to me. It's got
my
those
goodness.
graham crackery, burnt sugar notes that are really pleasant with that chocolate.
Cocoa nibs, I think we taught it.
Yeah, it's direct cocoa nibs for sure. Wow.
It just, the chocolate just shines through even more the longer it sits in the glass.
Holy
I love to know what the age of it is.
I will tell you, I don't know if it's just because we recently just drank this, but it's like George T. Staggy to me, like a good batch. It's got like creamy, big caramel. You can taste some age on it. It's sweet. The finish goes on and on and on. There's nothing I don't like about this one.
It doesn't drink 136, I can tell you that.
No, if you told me the proof was 136 blind, I'd say you're wrong. It's 110.
It's definitely got some more dusty notes on the front palate, I would definitely say. Like, I would say that it's definitely older. It's definitely got that depth of flavor.
It does have like a vintagey feel.
Vintage feel. Like, 1920s. Someone's wearing a flapper dress, kind of a properly vintage feel to it.
Carter's got a bunch of releases out. Like I said, this is batch 15 of the American whiskey. There's some great ryes out there from him, but this one really shines for me. This might be in conversation for the best Old Carter I've smelled, tasted.
I haven't tried as many of them as
That's
some
a big
people.
call, because I've tried a lot of them, and a lot of them
And there's a lot of really good, like, I don't mean any knock to the other ones. I'm just saying this one is that good to me.
Okay.
I haven't tried as many as some just because of the price point on
And this
them.
is not a cheap bottle, so I'm glad. I'm glad it's living up to that hype. I mean, we're talking retail on these are around $250, $229,
$200 to $300 probably.
Yeah, $200 or $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Somewhere in that
not
range.
a cheap bottle. It is here in Kentucky a pretty readily available bottle.
I don't think it is. I mean, I don't think that they're that readily available.
No, I thought you had to be a member of the Facebook group and a few other various things
is
to
that
be
how
able
it
to get
is?
you.
No,
I used to be able to go to like 3 or 4 said liquor stores that I know of and be able to walk in and they'd have.
I mean, I know liquor stores that I can get this bottle at today, but I mean, we're talking about at 60+% MSRP.
And I don't know
those kinds of liquor stores.
He has a
That's
social
gonna be
club.
able to-
Man,
yeah, he has a social.
Social club, and I know those guys have lockers, and I think they get first dibs. They also get bottles that never see.
doesn't the new place
Public-
have a rooftop too?
I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
I just made that up. But I would drink this
Right?
on a rooftop.
I mean,
Real rooftop bourbon.
it's very good. I like it a lot
Yes.
because I'm a big light whiskey fan. But this is delicious,
Man, it just keeps getting better.
and
Yes,
I'd
it
love to
just-
try 14 after trying this. To be honest,
Yes.
Yeah, I feel
Right?
like I've missed out by not trying 14.
yes,
15.
yes.
That is genuinely just very, very good. Like, I'm ranking that amongst at least the top 4 or 5 whiskeys that we've tried here on the podcast.
Damn.
I'm absolutely
I
gonna
mean,
go out on that.
I'm not gonna say that that's a crazy thought because it's really good.
I mean, I would probably rank it up there as
I mean,
well.
go ahead,
like-
Shane. Put the hair on me,
Caramel
fangirl. Like this is really good.
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely
It's
delicious.
oily.
Great blend.
Oily.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel is fantastic.
Nose is a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Front palate's great. Mid palate's intriguing, and then the
Yeah,
finish
no.
to me, the finish might be the best part of this week.
Old Carter, please send us some media boxes.
Yeah, and or free bottles.
Heck yeah.
I am more than willing to take bribes
Yes,
at any point in time if it comes in the form of free bourbon.
And
Man, we love
especially
you,
if it
Mark.
tastes like
Come
that.
on the podcast. Let's drink some bourbon together
Yeah,
That too.
and some wine. Screw it. Let's do it.
I'll drink wine.
I think it might be time to spin a wheel.
All right,
Spin it. We're gonna do no
not the
limp.
Spin it like a man.
Absolutely, give it a go. Yeah, that's
Four.
4.
Hey, we found the other side of the wheel.
All right, we finally found the other side.
All right. Danielle's
All right.
excited. That means we hate our life, and it's going to be very fun over here.
She's only excited when she thinks it's going to confuse
yeah, so
us.
she's like,
Gold boot.
punishment?
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, man, not the gold boot.
Worse than Merlots.
It's probably in the wheelhouse of whatever this is, because Danielle has yet to
consistently
be
would get
excited
voted
about the
away.
wheel spin until right
It's
now.
dark. It looks like a-
All
It does
right.
look dark. This one has less. You can have this one. What in the
color.
world?
All right, here we
This is
go.
malty.
Good color on it. Oh my
Instantly-
god, that smells.
It's
interesting.
chocolate malty.
Oh, all right.
Malty.
What is that?
I don't know. There's a lot of malt. Instantly, I'm
That
calling
smells
it.
like a single malt, like an ASM. It smells more like an ASM than it does.
It does
a
not
bourbon.
smell like bourbon. It does not smell like rye. This
No, it
smells
doesn't. It smells
Heavy
like
on the
a
malt.
American
Heavy on the
single malt.
barley.
What did we just try recently that this smells
Oh,
like?
it smells like
There's a
scotch.
lot of
It
chocolate.
just smells like
There's
scotch.
a lot of chocolate over it. The color is making me think that we got some age. Or
I mean,
it's been
Or we're looking at some kind of funky
Finish. Some sort of finish to
finish, funky grain, something along those lines.
Who we got
That
here?
is really looking something like. I mean, you'd think that was like an 18-year or something along those lines, given the color of that. But that is just going to be, judging from Dan's face already, I'm telling I'm in for something right now.
It's interesting.
me. Maybe I don't even want to taste it.
No, it's interesting.
It
The front palate.
And
Front palate, I almost spit out, but then there's like actually something decent about
something at the back end
the
is
medium
interesting.
back end that's like
Yeah.
actually like okay. This is like
Okay.
a mash bill.
This
that
is
weird
gonna be a
to me.
weird mash bill.
That's
This
what-
is
I'm
this
leaning
to me
weird
is a
mash.
weird mash bill.
I don't know. It tastes. Honestly, to me, it tastes like a port finish.
Port finish.
Some sort of port finish.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is a heavily malted product that is.
Or that, yeah. Or malted.
I think it's both.
could be wheat, could be malt, could be.
There's a lot of malted barley in there. I mean, it tastes like single malt. It tastes like scotch. It smells like scotch.
I hate scotch.
It's not peaty.
If it
It's not
quacks,
like a
if it walks like a
smoky-
duck and quacks like a duck, I'm just gonna,
I hope someone didn't.
I
Send
think
me
there's a lot of
scotch.
malt. I think there's a lot of barley, and I think it's also finished. First thing that jumped out to me,
Excessive.
nose wise,
Who sent this in?
And I gotta say,
Who?
there is proof under.
yeah. There's proof under it all.
Like for how weird it is, and how when I'm done drinking it, I'm getting the proof late. I don't get it on the palate. I think it is for whatever it is better than I would have thought. Like on the nose, I'm like, I don't think I would ever try that again. I'm probably gonna at least finish this one.
You know what?
I mean,
Now,
Well said.
I
Well
think
said.
that genuinely describes my
I do
overall
think- I mean-
ambivalence to this.
This is some one-off craziness, mash bill wise, finished, and I think it is approaching hazmat.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's some smoked barley or smoked malted barley or smoked something in there.
I don't know. This reminds me of a barrel that I
intriguing.
picked.
Okay.
I hope not.
Yeah.
And it was like a one-off thing, and it
Of
ended up,
what?
it was a buckwheat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Buckwheat.
I mean,
Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember that. It was a Cardinal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was one of only 4 barrels ever produced. That's why
It
I
is
picked
something, and like that almost makes sense to me in a way of like how it's so weird, but
It's
there's
weird.
something that like I also don't hate about it. And the mid to late
mid to
palate,
late
there
palate
is
is
something
fine.
kind of delicious in
Yeah,
there.
that's kind of.
And then it goes wonky again.
And then it goes, yeah.
But it does have a long finish.
It just
if you told me
screams
this
Scotch.
was that one-off buckwheat MGP, like that wouldn't be the correct.
It reminds me of that. I don't know that it is that. It reminds me of that though.
It's very unique.
It's unique
This
as
is
hell.
not boring.
I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
We'll
think
say
I like-
also, it's got one of those classic bounce back hugs where she comes
I don't
down
get
here
that.
and then
I don't-
bounces all the way
Yeah,
back up
I don't
here
get
again.
that.
So like you borderline threw up in your mouth.
Yeah, a little bit. Like that was, yeah.
That might not be the best note.
I don't know. It,
I'm gonna need some water with it. That's
I could-
let's go
I-
that way. Maybe some Tums.
I could agree with several things on this. Malt,
All right, let's break it down.
malt.
Right.
Mash bill, there's malt in this mash bill.
Yes.
I'll be shocked if there's not. I think this is a one-off weird mash bill.
Or wheat.
This is
of the
one-off
notes.
weird mash bill.
I
to
do
me.
get a lot more graininess.
I think it's
now
weird
I go
mash
back
bill
to the
and
nose.
finished. I think there is some age here. I think it's.
Is this some kind of weird wheat?
It could be.
There's no way this isn't at least 7 years old to me, and it might be 10 years old.
The color on it makes me think that it's finished.
And proof-wise, it goes down easier than it should. But we've been drinking some high
curious.
proofers. I'm gonna go weird mash bill finished. I have no idea of the distillation. 130-ish proof.
This one's just sent in this
And if
week.
you told me it was 110, I wouldn't be.
Okay. There's going to be some kind of weird wheat in here. There's going to be a significant amount of malted barley because that gives all of that Scotch on the front palate. That's what that is. But there's also going to be some corn in there,
It's getting better.
right? I don't know if I'm getting used to it or if it's getting better. I'm not sure which one of those two things is
It
true.
might be the same thing. It's still weird as hell.
I get maybe some malted rye
Okay.
on it. Some
I don't have
malt
some
for sure.
experience with malted rye.
Some malt for sure.
This is an intriguing pour.
Yeah, this is.
It's weird.
Throw a dart. You said buckwheat.
Buckwheat, that would be the only thing I mean, honestly, I had a really weird EC18 recently that tasted like this.
J.
Really?
Rigger, Kansas City. That's my dart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I have absolutely no idea beyond this is going to have a weird mash bill. It's going to have some unusual kind of wheat. It's going to have malted barley in there. And I'm thinking somewhere around 120.
I can tell you one thing for sure. It's not Old Carter.
No, it is
For
not
damn
Old
sure.
Carter American whiskey. That is for sure.
All right, Danielle. What are we
So
drinking?
I was just trying to look up if I could find anything about the mash bill, and I could not because this. Oh, I didn't even write on my thing here. It's a Scotch.
Okay, so we're all over the malts. Yeah.
It is an Aberlour. Lour. This is Abundant. I don't even know how to say this.
If this
Just
is
say it with a
straight
Scottish accent,
Scotch,
and that's
it
the
is
way
the
it works.
best Scotch I've ever had, and I still hate Scotch.
Aberdeen.
Yeah,
Batch
cool.
58, 2017 is 122
Woo.
proof. And
Yeah.
it is a sherry Oloroso finish Scotch.
Okay, so we were kind of all over it. We
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
weird mash bill, not what we're typically drinking. We thought it was finished.
Yep.
We thought it was.
I'm saying
above a
Scotch the whole
like,
time.
It doesn't drink real proofy, but there is proof.
Oof, there, yeah.
Not my jam.
Not my jam.
See, I, unlike you two, actually genuinely love Scotches.
I know.
So, growing up in Australia, growing up in the UK, the global Scotch market is 5 times the bourbon market globally. Right? More people, if you're sipping on a brown liquor outside of the United States, you are sipping on Scotch 90% of the time. That's just the way it is. But with a lot of scotches, you need to be able to really be able to pin down those flavors. And really, I personally love the super peaty ones. Anything that comes from Isla, anything that's smoky as hell. Lagavulin, Lappoig, all of that other kind
If
of
I
stuff.
wanted to
Grew up
fall on
loving
a
them,
campfire, I would.
it's very difficult to find high proof versions of that now, which is why I tend now, personally, to move towards bourbon. Because
will
do get
say-
those higher proof notes.
Like literally, I've tried hundreds of scotches and they just aren't my thing.
Not for me.
I mean,
either.
vast
This is
majority are
about
80
as
proof
close
as
to
well.
a scotch as I can palate, and
Oh.
instantly I was like, nope. But then there was that, at least in the mid palate here for me, it was like, okay.
If I'm drinking a scotch, I want a peat bog.
And maybe it's like the sherry playing with that, or I don't know. And I would like to know more about this, but what a weird one. Thank you for the send in.
Thank you
whoever
much for
sent
sending it in.
David, thank you.
Thank you, and no thank you, but
Basically, yeah.
it was
Yeah,
very,
not-
very,
not
very
for me.
intriguing. Intriguing. Stay classy and don't do what we do.